There's a stadium in Spain where one seat is never sold, never empty, and its owner died years ago. Seat 164, row 15, a man made of bronze. And in Seville, a season ticket 4 generations old. The whole world just discovered football at the biggest World Cup ever staged, but Spain never discovered it at all. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what an abono is, and why it outlives the people who hold it. Have you ever seen the whole world watch one thing at the same time? That's what the 2026 World Cup was. 48 nations, 104 matches, 3 countries hosting at once, for the first time ever. Airport screens, office corners, bars opening at strange hours. People who had never watched football in their lives were suddenly watching football. And in the middle of all that noise, Spain showed up. And Spanish fans brought something into those stadiums that the cameras kept catching but nobody could quite name. Not louder, not bigger, older. Because for most of the world, this tournament was an introduction. For Spain, it wasn't. Now here's the first thing you need to know. La Liga asked Spaniards where their love of football comes from. More than half said the same thing. Family. Not a player, not a trophy. Family. 7 out of 10 football-loving kids in Spain support the same club as their parent, and 93% say passing that loyalty on actually matters. Para el mundo, el fútbol empezó en este mundial. Para España, nunca tuvo un comienzo. Siempre estuvo ahí. For the world, football began at this World Cup. For Spain, it never had a beginning. It was always there. And there's an object that proves it, a small card. In Spain, they call it the abono, the season ticket. But calling it a ticket is like calling a wedding ring jewelry. To understand what it actually is, you have to see what families do with it. So here's how the system works. An abono is not bought once. It renews. Every single year. Same seat, same row, same view of the pitch. Miss a renewal, the seat goes back to the club. And behind that seat is a waiting list, ranked by one thing, seniority. Some families have waited years for a seat, so nobody lets one go. Which means the smartest move isn't buying a new abono. It's keeping the old one alive. Clubs allow it. The abono can transfer, parent to child. The card changes hands. The seat number doesn't. Now think about what that seat becomes after 40 years. It's not a place to sit. It's the exact spot where a father explained the offside rule, where a grandmother celebrated a title. The stadium gets rebuilt around it. The seat stays in the family. And no club shows this more clearly than Valencia. In that La Liga study, Valencia leads all of Spain in fathers passing the club directly to their children. More than half of their fans got it that way. Which brings us to one specific seat at Valencia's stadium, Mestalla, seat 164, row 15, and the man who never gave it up. His name was Vicente Navarro, Valencia member number 18. He'd been in that seat since the 1960s. Then, at 54, he went blind. And he kept coming, every match. His son sat beside him, describing every pass, every goal, every roar he could hear but not see. He said the 2004 title season, a season he never saw, was the happiest year of his life. When Vicente died, Valencia didn't give his seat away. In 2019, the club's 100th year, they placed a bronze statue of him in seat 164. Still there, still facing the pitch. And in March 2020, when the world locked down and Mestalla hosted a Champions League night with no fans allowed, one figure sat in the stands. The only fan in the building was the one who couldn't leave. Now, you might think that's one club, one story. Go north to Bilbao. Inside the San Mamés Museum, there's a hall for the members. Every member athletic has had since 1898. More than 100,000. Families walk in and search. A grandfather's card. A father's. Their own. 3 generations. One club. The tradition isn't just a feeling. It's on record. And it isn't fading. In Seville, Real Betis built a whole campaign around one of its most senior members, filmed with his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, all in green and white. On the stadium wall, the club's own words, from parents to children, from grandparents to grandchildren. So now, finally, go back to those World Cup stadiums. Same crowds, same noise, but you hear it differently now. Some of those fans are there because a father once took them to a game, because a grandmother never threw away a scarf. A tournament can introduce football. It cannot hand it down. That's what the abono does. Seat by seat, name by name. The World Cup ends. The abono renews. If this is how Spain inherits football, wait till you see how Argentina buries its fans inside their stadiums. That story is next. Subscribe so you don't miss it. The seat stays.